gonna kind of do some videography for me. He actually is a beekeeper, but he is in shorts and flip-flops. I've just got a veil on here, but we have a swarm. It is up in a tree. It's way up there. I'm guessing about, what do you think, Matt, about 15, 20 feet?
Yeah, about 20, yeah.
About 20 feet. So we're about to try this thing out. Y'all let me know if you can hear this. I don't know if you can hear me talking. I've got these mics on here, so let me know if you can hear it. Anyway, I haven't done a lot of these type of lives. As y'all know, I've done a lot of lives in the past, but it's not this kind, so let me know what y'all think. Anyway, Matt, we're gonna try this out. Hey, I see a couple of people on here. Y'all let me know if you can hear me. Can't hear. Okay, I'm gonna take this mic out here then. All right, can you hear me now, guys? Can y'all hear me? DCs, can you hear me? You can hear? All right, let me try putting the mic back in and see if y'all can hear. Y'all hear me? Right now you can hear me. You can hear? Okay, good. All right. I was telling them, I've got Matt here. Matt's gonna help me. Matt's a beekeeper swarm up here in the tree.
Yeah.
It's about 20 feet up. And so I'm gonna show y'all how I do that. It's windy. These bees are from my backyard. I'll show you the hive they came out of. They came out of this hive right over here, a second from the left. And it's aggravating because I've been trying to keep them in the box. But anyway, we're gonna see what we can do. They're on up there, but anyway, I've got a ladder here and I've got this paint pole. Well, it's not a paint pole. It's like one of those pruning poles you get at Lowe's with a 5-gallon bucket taped to it. I normally use a paint pole, extendable pole, but it's up at the farm, so I use this here at the house sometimes. So anyway, I've got my little 7-frame box I made years ago as an experiment. It's great for catching swarms. I got it right here, a couple of frames there. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Now Matt's gonna kind of film it for us, and Matt, I think they could probably hear you too, so if they ask any questions, just let me know what they're saying. I can try to answer.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, now one thing about them is, of course, they landed right above these branches where I've got to kind of weave in through them to get up to the bees. It's going to be kind of a pain. Matt, you might want to back off a little bit when I'm actually doing it, but
Yep.
But for now, you can stay right there.
Right here we
I've
have
got
a
my
good
bucket
shot.
right here. I climb up on the ladder. Hopefully it'll reach. I think it will. If it won't reach, it might be a short live. But what I typically do, and Randall Carter does this with a basket, like a office basket, and it works really good because the bees can they'll come back to it, you know, because it's got like a screen on it or whatever. But I don't have that set up yet made, so I'm just going to use my bucket system here. Oh. Okay. Try and beat them. They're probably going to follow me a little bit here, but that's just how it goes. Ready, Matt?
Yep, ready.
All right. I didn't get them all,
Yeah,
but
you
I
need
got
to
a bunch of them.
Probably a lot more shaking them.
And they're stinging me, but that's okay. Let's see if we can get them. Oh yeah, they're getting after me. They say swarms won't sting, but they're wrong in this case. So I'm gonna dump them in here. Yep, they are getting after me. Anyway, whenever you do that, they'll fall on you, which makes sense, right? They getting you, Matt? You good?
Not yet. I'm backing up just a little bit.
Okay, I need to get up a little higher on the ladder because I couldn't really hit it hard. So we got a bunch of them still up there. They're calming down a little bit. I probably took about 4 or 5 stings there. I wish they were about 2 feet closer.
Yeah.
But they're not. If you want to kind of come in, let me grab that camera, Matt, and kind of get in here
Yep.
close to them.
I just don't when I'm coming up my shorts.
I hear you, man. So here they are. I think we got about probably half or 2/3 of them. So they're in there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can get the rest of them. They're
It
not
is-
really actively trying to fly back up in the tree, so I wonder if I got the queen. It's possible I got her. I hope I did. I'm gonna try and get a little higher up on this ladder and bump them again. It's
Seems like it would be nice if you could shake that branch a little more, but
yeah. Well, I need to be one more rung up on the ladder, and it's got me a little nervous because
yeah.
I just don't want to kill myself. I don't want to fall off the ladder. And when you're getting old like this, you know, sometimes that becomes an issue. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna try and get up. I just couldn't get good leverage because I didn't really want to go one more rung up, but we'll see if I can get to him a little better this time. I think that's one rung higher. I think we're good here. Of course, I am on the. If I were doing this again, and this is what I've done in the past, I would actually use a paint pole, an extendable paint pole. That's what my main one is that I normally use. This thing works, but it's not ideal. And you can get those paint poles that extend on up quite a ways. To get the heavy duty ones at Lowe's or Home Depot, and they actually probably work a little better. But you just do what you gotta do, right, Matt?
Yep.
Okay, now. All right. I need to go up one more. I thought I'd be able to get them better. Yep. I think I just knocked them off the limb onto me. I got more of them that time, but stupid bucket's getting caught in the tree. I don't think I got very many that time, but I got them latched onto me, stinging the crap out of me. Let's just do this. Got a few of them. They're running in.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So I'm able to hit them hard enough to really get them into the bucket. The rest of them up there.
Yeah.
You got anybody commenting?
I haven't seen any recently.
They'll kind of pop on. Anybody got any suggestions? Let Matt know and he'll let me know.
Back your truck under the swarm and stand in the bed to be more stable.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I could put the ladder in the back of the truck, right?
Yeah, he was saying get on the toolbox, but yeah, if you don't have a toolbox, then yeah. That'd get you a little higher. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah. Well, the truck's over there.
They're definitely marching in there.
Yeah, they are. We might just have the queen, because they're not like coming out and trying to fly back up there.
Nuh-uh.
And assuming it's a one queen swarm, you know, they may end up all in the box. If it's two queen swarm, then we might be in trouble there. I would back the truck up, but I may try hitting them one more time. If I could just go up one more rung on the ladder, but I was just getting a little precarious up there. Let me try it one more time. What I need is an 8 or 10 foot ladder instead of a 6 foot ladder, then I'd be up there for sure. So I've taken about 8 or 10 stings. I'm gonna take a few more here, I'm sure. That's okay though, right?
Hey, I haven't had any, so I'm great.
Yeah, well, they're more concerned about me since I'm the one that's creating the havoc.
Yeah.
I just need one more rung. I'm just not confident enough. Let me flip this thing around a different way this time. That actually went a little better. A little smoother, and I got a bunch of them, I think.
Some Straight Creek apiary says a cane pole with a hook to shake the limb, maybe.
Oh, that's kind of what I might have done that time without realizing it, but I might try that next time. Go in there, girls. Y'all run on in.
You actually do have a hook on the end of that, but.
What?
I said you do have a hook on the end.
Yeah, I may do that, actually. I think that's a great idea, but look at them running in. I wonder if we got the queen in there, y'all.
Yeah, they really are running in.
They're going right on in, and they usually do, but the fact that there's not very many and they still running like that, I don't know. They just seem to be.
Joyce McLean says put tarp on ground and hook on pole and shake.
Yeah, I should have put a tarp or sheet on the ground. I thought about that, but I didn't do it. Thanks for the suggestion. I found pretty good success doing it this way, but it actually works a little better with a sheet or a tarp. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to try hooking around the limb up there, Matt, and see if that makes a difference.
I think yeah.
If I can figure out how to get the hook right there by the swarm, but we've got most of them actually. There's not a whole bunch left up there. So if that queen's in the box, I think we got her. See if I can figure out how to hook that. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work actually.
Yeah, go up a little more.
Okay,
maybe.
come on.
I can see the hook. It's definitely stirring them up.
They're not dropping like they did at first. At first they were all dropping.
Yeah.
But now I guess we've got them to where they don't weigh as much or whatever. I'm not sure why they aren't dropping like they were. See, we're getting them. I haven't even really been looking for the queen. That's so cool, isn't it, Matt?
It is really neat.
It's one of my favorite things about beekeeping is the march. I don't know how many of y'all saw my swarm video I did with the massive swarm I caught Monday. But that was like, the bees on the ground there were probably 4 or 5 feet by 4 or 5 feet marching in. And I'll give you an update on that since you're watching. I checked on them yesterday, 4 days later, and they were in the hive and they seemed to be happy and they were building and just doing what they do. So that was a really good catch for me. We've got probably 90% of them. I'm gonna give them a little time to settle and maybe try and hit them one more time, and then I think we'll have them. Hopefully they'll fly down here and get in. What I've noticed is over the years, and for those who catch swarms, you know this, they typically, just over time, if the queen's in there, they usually come in the box. I haven't had issues with a lot of queens leaving the box and flying back up. It happens occasionally, but most of the time, once she's in there, they stay. It seems like I've had pretty good success with that, and I'll probably set them over there, may put a frame of brood in there with them if they stay, and that'll hold them too. That'll kind of anchor them into the hive, into the box. Matt, how many colonies you got?
Somewhere around 10.
Yeah.
A little bit less than you.
Yeah, just a few, but that's perfect, man. If that's what you want, that's great.
Yeah.
Come around this side, you'll even see the bees over here on this. I've got a frame over here sitting.
Oh, yeah.
They're even kind of starting to work their way around. So I just think she might be in there.
Yeah, they're fanning and marching.
Yep. It was actually a pretty good sized swarm, but you know, they just, I've had to get them in about 3 or 4 different segments. So the first one was a big bunch, but the last 2 or 3 haven't been near as many. It was about the size of Matt said about a football earlier, maybe a little bigger than a football, but between a volleyball and a basketball size. So it was a really nice size swarm for this area, pretty typical of what you see. The one I caught Monday was way bigger than anything I've ever seen before, so I still don't have any idea where that thing came from. I checked all the hives yesterday and I couldn't really tell which one had swarmed out, so you just never know. Matt, let me hit them one more time and see if we can get a few more, and that may be about all I can do before we get off of here. I like the ideas you gave me about the pickup truck and the sheet and the hook. I tried to hook it last time. It's just the branches are a little too big and the branch is leaning down. So it's hard to get it oriented just right. I didn't want to take the time to get the pickup truck while y'all are in here. I think I just soon go ahead and try and do it this way. But next time that might be what I do. I've done that kind of thing before. Part of the problem is the branch is probably about, where they're at, maybe a couple inches thick, 1.5 to 2 inches thick. And so when I beat them, it doesn't really shake them as hard as I could ideally do it. So. And there's a bunch of branches between me and the darn bees, which makes it, they could have moved over about a foot or two. It would be a lot easier to get to them. All right, let me see if I can figure this out here. Okay. I like having that hook in there though, in that little bee. Of course, the wind is making it hard.
That shook them up a good bit.
Yeah.
A lot
the
of
first
them.
bunch really lit me up, but since then they haven't been really all that bad. The first bunch of them fell on me though. This time they mostly stay up there by the. Man, we've got almost all of them. There's a few left up there. I haven't actually seen the queen run in, but I just tend to think she might have been in there with that first dump or that first bump. Matt, let's just peek in there a little bit.
All right.
Let's see what we have.
Zoom back out.
Quite a few bees and having a little fun out here today. Let's go ahead and put that frame in there, give them somewhere else to climb. All right, everybody, what do y'all think? Should I bump them one more time and see what happens and just call it a day, or should we, you think we're good now? Matt, what do you think? I think we may have them.
Yeah, I think you've done pretty good with it. One thing I have done before, I don't know if it's the best, I threw a rope up in the tree and just shook the branch like mad.
Yeah, that would be. Problem is, it would be kind of hard, I think. I might could reach the hook up there and get a smaller branch and just shake it real hard and get them flying, but it'll be hard to get them to fall in the bucket doing that because the branches are too big right around the swarm.
They're saying bump it.
Bump it again, huh? Bump it. They're having too much fun watching me struggle here. All right, how many folks are on there, Matt?
45 it looks like.
45.
Right
appreciate y'all being on here, guys. On a random Saturday from Southeast Alabama. My backyard, or my side yard right here actually. Right by the self-serve honey box.
That's right.
These bees are.
The self-serve honey box. All right, let me go back over there.
Hey, by the way, Matt's the one that gave me the idea to do that. He's got a self-serve honey box. And
yeah, people thought I was crazy for putting honey out by the road, that everything was going to get stolen, but I've never had anything stolen at mine, and I've even had IOUs, and people came back with money later.
Yeah, I've had great success too, Matt. I'm gonna knock on a tree here, but I don't think I've ever had any stolen either so far. Now it could change tomorrow, but
yeah, it's really just been a test on the faith of humanity, really.
Yeah, I agree. Ugh. Man, it's like it gets harder and harder, Matt. Maybe I'm getting old and tired. Okay.
Well, it's a workout.
Let's try this right here. I'm hitting something this time. What am I hitting? There's just a few that just, I mean, they were all pretty much airborne, but if you're collecting back up there again already.
Yeah. They're just clinging on.
The crazy thing is a lot of them just stay in the bucket. You'd think they'd all just fly out immediately, but there's a few more. Every time we get about that many, don't we?
Yep.
They're making their way over. Well, I don't do many of these live action type videos for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm just not sure how to do it and film it myself really good, and thank goodness Matt is here to help me with this. He just happened to be coming over, and I said, hey man, can you help me film a video? And so he appreciate you doing that, Matt. And second of all, you know, I just am not real confident in in what I'm doing, but I thought this would be kind of entertaining to show y'all doing this live without all the editing and everything. That'll be just kind of something a little different for the channel. And I hope you're enjoying it. Oh man, we just have a little, I don't know, man. There's just a little bunch of bees that stays up there.
Yeah. I didn't see who it was. One person suggested leaving the box on the ladder.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
I may do that. I think I'm gonna hit them one more time, Matt, and I may actually set them up on the ladder, but they're kind of oriented to this spot a little bit.
Yeah.
So either way, it'll probably be okay. If that queen's in there, those pheromones, they'll find them.
Yeah, and they're fanning, so.
Yeah, they're fanning hard. I mean, they're really going at it.
Let's see if I can get, I mean, they're
And that, if you put a frame of brood in there, man, they just handle that. And you always risk the home. I have had them to nuke and it was too small and they abandoned it. But typically, if they have enough space and they got a little bit of comb in there to anchor them, and maybe it's in my experience. All right, Matt, we're gonna do it one more time. It's gonna be the last time.
I think some people say bump it. I think Straight Creek Apiary, I think was their name. So just sit back and watch the dance.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more bump. And then we're gonna pretty much sit back and watch the dance, like she said.
I think I'm in the right there. Yeah, I can see it now.
Man, the wind, it hits me every time I try to bump them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go, one more. I'm gonna bump them and bump them a few times here. Well, come on. Come on, bees.
Hey, that was
That's
a
a
good
pretty good
amount.
little bunch right there.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be the last time I hit them right now. I think they're gonna have to just figure out what they wanna do. If they all go back up there, I'll do it again after a while, but I think we've probably got them, Matt. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. One person said they always use a brood frame to lock them in.
Yep. And I've had really good success. I think once you use a brood frame, they pretty much, man, they jump on that and they don't.
I've never done that, but I think it's a great idea.
It's definitely an insurance policy. It also gives them a little bit of a head start with some brood, you know, hatching sooner. Now, I don't know if this is a virgin queen or a mated queen. I've done a lot this year to try to keep my bees from swarming. I got 6 hives in the backyard, and I think this is my 6th swarm. And I caught the first one, and let's see, this is my 5th swarm. I caught the first one, the middle 3 were too high, and then this one was barely catchable. So, you know, I don't know. What else do you do? Give them space, give them every opportunity to stay in the box, and sometimes they just do what they're gonna do. Let's look in here real quick. I'll take a peek. Oh, those bees, you can smell that lemongrass.
Yeah.
Man, it's a thing to behold. Beauty. Beautiful bees. They're fanning hard there on the entrance. I think we got them. Let's just get down here a little bit. Let's get some close shots of them down here with their little tails up in the air. It's just so cool how they just fan little honeys up in the air, that Nasonov gland. You can smell them, can't you, Matt?
Yeah.
It smells so good. And I appreciate everyone tuning in. Matt, I appreciate you filming this for me. I'm just gonna let them do their thing and figure it out here.
You might want to say that again. I think it disconnected.
Is it back on?
Yeah, it's back on.
All right, guys. I apologize for that thing disconnecting a few times, but we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Thanks, Matt, for filming. Y'all take care, be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
How do you stop?